what happened yesterday with Sheridan and the boy? We were talking about the Super Bowl and that this little boy in her class said that he went to the Super Bowl. And she said, "Isn't that stupid? He's such a liar." And I said, "How do you know he lied? Maybe, I mean, there were little boys at the Super Bowl. He could have potentially gone." And then we sat and started thinking about it, and we were like, well, it's very unlikely that he went, because how would he be back at school the next day? When would he have flown out to get back at school? And I agreed, yes, he probably didn't go. And she said, well, this little boy, he just lies about everything. He lies about all kinds of stupid things that can be easily proven, and they're just stupid to lie about because they don't matter. And I said, it sounds like Donald Trump.
Trump gave a 61-minute speech and told 51 lies.
And she said, yeah, he could be the president one day.
Fair warning, guys, fair warning. I'm gonna post this part in the very beginning of this video. This video is about real life, and it is about what's happening in America right now. And to some of you, it may seem like it's only about politics. It's not. Unfortunately, the word politics refers to everything that's happening in all our lives right now. But if you still don't want to listen to us today, we will completely understand. You can skip this one, come back tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be more regular vlog about happy subjects again, and a lot of smiles. And if you're still with us, let's go.
What has changed in our world? Because when I was little and we were talking about being the president one day, it was a prestigious job that every child knew that they could become if they were good enough and smart enough and accomplished the right things. And now it's regressed to the little boy in her class who's the liar. Isn't that ridiculous?
Both of us used to be kinda around the middle before, thinking that, you know, I guess you were closer to Republicans, I was probably closer to Democrats, without really thinking it through.
No, I will look the camera in the eye and say that I was a Republican and I have voted for Republican presidents in the past. And to me, this Republican president is the antithesis of what Republicans used to stand for to me and my family. I mean, some of what he's doing is now, of course, along the lines of what the most drastic right-wing Republicans wanted done. But at this point, he's so far past being it's so far past the issue of Republican versus Democrat. It is, do you accept and want to promote a person who is an indecent and disgusting human being? That is beyond politics.
There's a term for what you're experiencing. It's called the Overton Window. It's a concept in political science that says there's this window of ideas the public is willing to accept. Everything inside the window is normal and expected. Everything outside the window is radical, ridiculous, or unthinkable. And the theory goes that if you want to move the window, if you want to change what people think of as acceptable, you shouldn't start here, you should start here, at the extreme. Because forcing people to consider an unthinkable idea, even if they reject it, makes all less radical ideas seem more acceptable by comparison. It shifts the window in that direction.
This is a problematic subject for us for many reasons. Of course, we love you guys, we love your attention, we love your views, we love you being our audience, and I feel like after today we are going to lose some of you, but you know what? So be it. This is too important to not talk about.
And in Illinois, it turns out that a Holocaust-denying Nazi is going to be the official Republican nominee in a congressional race.
The main reason is Donald Trump's attack on basically everything that's good in USA.
No, for me, the main reason, I mean, it sounds selfish, but right now, I'm basically fighting for my life. People don't realize that things are still like that, but every day, every 3 weeks, I still have to go to the doctor and get this medicine that I definitely could not afford on my own. It's like $16,000 or something. After they took the one drug out, it used to be $42,000. And I can't sit by and act like I'm okay or passively not paying attention to what's going on when it is something that directly affects my life. It's not like, oh, what if he changes the, I don't even know, like what could you even think of that wouldn't affect your life that he could change? The thing that pisses me off about it is when people tell us to be quiet, that we need to just, I've had people specifically saying, my brother had cancer and he didn't go on Facebook and complain and whine about his financial problems. But I think that is a misrepresentation of what I'm doing. Yes, I am complaining on my Facebook wall. Why do I complain on my Facebook wall? Because I know that I have a lot of friends and people that I love who follow Donald Trump, who still believe that he is a good president. And I complain vocally on my Facebook wall because I feel like those people love me. I know they love me. I know they care about me. And I know that they want what is the best thing to happen for me. And I don't think people realize, and they will never realize if we are quiet, that these policies directly have an impact on my life. Removing the individual mandate from health insurance. He hasn't fixed Obamacare. Yes, Obamacare has a lot of things that need fixing, but he wants to completely remove the individual mandate without enacting a fix on the healthcare system, which basically just cripples it without having a fix for it.
And all he seems to be trying to do is undo everything President Obama's done. He's tried to he's damaged health care, but it's not gone.
It's basically taking a kid's crutch from him and saying, now you go figure out how you're going to walk. Why I'm not silent on my wall, why I still continue to speak. Because I think most of those people who love me and care about me don't realize that that's what's happening when he does remove something like the individual mandate, which is like my crutch. Because an individual mandate forces healthy people, I don't want to use that word, an individual mandate encourages healthy people to buy into the healthcare system that we have now. And without healthy people in the system, the price for all of the people who are still in it, some are healthy and some are like me, goes up drastically. So when you take that individual mandate out, it directly affects me. It means that next year or the year after, my health insurance, which is already too expensive, is sure to go up because health insurance companies don't have a lower risk pool. They don't know that we have people paying that are not going to be using our health insurance. That way, this money can instead go towards people who need it. I mean, it's hard for me to explain succinctly, but you understand what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So that's why I'm vocal. It's not going on my wall to complain and just be loud and whine about my situation. It is to help people understand how these issues do affect my life directly. This is my worry about this video. I feel like it doesn't matter because I feel like the people who are going to support him have already made up their mind. They're already so far down that hole and they've made that choice. And they're very likely watching Fox News, for instance, which is never going to give them space to hear the truth. I feel like it's so far gone at this point that we just waste our breath.
I completely agree with you, and yet still I don't think we can be silent about this. I will not be silent because
that's how bad things happen.
Number one, that's how bad things happen when you don't speak up when something really wrong is happening around you. And number two, I don't pay attention to how media twists information. I do not. I go straight to his Twitter feed and I listen to the words that are actually leaving his mouth. And every single day I feel this burning injustice and fury inside when I listen to what he says.
They're going to say that, okay, but you are only saying the very, very, very bad things that he said. There are other good things he said, and right now he is being unfairly picked apart. Other presidents have said bad things, but nobody sat there and scrutinized them in the way that we are scrutinizing Donald Trump. That's what she's going to say. So we have to figure out a way to make those kind of people understand that, no, they didn't say those things before. This is not just, oh, they used to always be this way, but now the media is treating him unfairly. He's saying they're treating, it's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Did Donald Trump say these nasty things first? Or did the media treat him fairly first? Exactly. Unfairly. Exactly. He said these things first, and then the media begin scrutinizing him. And yes, they do pull out all of these things that he says, but he's saying them. And if he didn't say them, there would be nothing to scrutinize. So I don't know how to talk to those people who sit in the middle and just think that it's politics as normal, but for some reason, like me, they maybe used to always identify with Republican. They're not paying attention. Every now and then they turn Fox News on, and Fox News is telling them, well, Donald Trump is being, I just spit. Donald Trump is being attacked by the media. And so when she hears us saying Donald Trump said all of this stuff, they think, yes, but you're just a byproduct of the media telling you that Donald Trump is so bad. What are your real opinions? But these are words that left his mouth. We don't need the media to interpret them for us. We don't need the media to scrutinize them and tell us what to think about them.
Just look at his Twitter feed.
Yeah, somebody could just write a list of things out that he says without any commentary whatsoever, and I wouldn't change my opinion. So that's what I guess I would ask people like that. If you were reading a list of these things and somebody said, Obama said all of these things. If all they were a list of quotes without any scrutiny, any commentary on what they mean or what they said, and all you were given was this list of quotes and somebody said, Obama said all of these things, how would you feel about that? Because would you be okay with Obama saying that women are bleeding out of their, well, you knows, or that Obama grabbed some woman by the pussy? I can't even freaking say that. Because what I remember people getting mad at Obama about were his pastor once said that the United States deserved 9/11. So they got mad at Obama for that. His pastor said something.
And also once he picked a wrong dressing for his salad or something, and that was a big deal.
Really? I didn't even hear that. But what I'm saying is, Obama was scrutinized and downcast, given all this bad press because his pastor said this. Donald Trump is actually saying these things. He's actually using these words. So if you can sit there and you're okay with a human being saying these things, knowing that he's the president of the country, then I guess that those are the people we can't speak to, because I'm not okay with that. I don't understand how anybody can be okay with that.
Well said. I think you killed it. Couldn't say it better myself.
I wish I could say
you too, Chris.
I was surprised by what the president said tonight, but I'm not.
You got to see this guy. I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Oh, maybe that's what I said.
All right, girl. What happened yesterday with Sheridan and the boy?
Oh, I was like, we got 100,000 views?